Thank you, everybody, for coming. Show of hands, how many has a new album? I would like you to know that you are all in a receipt of an album that's going to debut #1 on the Billboard charts. The estimates are that, and it's the first #1 album. Did you know that, Ben?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so they keep you. They keep
me in the loop now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. So what we're going to do is you all were kind enough to write out your questions. I'll call out your name, raise your hand, and then I'll let you ask a question.
This is for Aaron. Are you going to release a nice photo album of your Rain Man-like pictures of your photos from the road?
I've had a lot of people ask about those pictures specifically, and
View from the Asylum.
yeah, it was originally like a series that I called View from My Asylum Window, and then somebody was like, "Oh, well, it sounds really depressing," and it makes it seem like you don't want to be there. But asylum has two meanings. Asylum can also it's my place of solace. So,
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
exactly. That's what it is. So, but no, the thing is, like when you're out on tour, people they think it's like a vacation, and you get to go do things, and you get to see a lot of stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'll show people exactly what I see every day. So every morning I wake up, I go sit in the back lounge of the bus, and I open the window, and whatever's there, I post a picture of, and that's it.
And no nonsense. That really is what we all see when we wake up.
You're the only guy I know who can get 200 likes on a bush.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
You want to qualify that bush thing?
My Black Bus series did pretty well.
That was a good
Yeah,
run.
we
It's the rarest one. The
we were
black,
parked
the
next to
Black
Papa
Bus
Roach
series.
for a couple days in a row, and all I saw was their
next
bus.
to Papa Roach's wheel.
Yeah, that's about it.
My question is for Keith, but really it's for anyone. Normally you have a release.
It's for Keith.
When you're putting your new album out, there's going to be a release song. What do you think the best song on the album is going to be? Ignoring the fact of what's going to be released.
There's a microphone.
Jeez. I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. I'm kind of a fan of, like, I know this is such a cop-out answer, but I mean, I really do like all the songs on there, Obviously, I like the singles, and, Failure's just, we've been playing it live, and it's just fun to play. And, going back to listen to it now after we've played it live for a little bit, it's just really neat to kind of, I don't know, hear it back in that, studio sense there. So I guess Failure right now. I'm sure it'll change farther along we get. So, but yeah.
This is pretty much for the whole band, but when you guys go to a show, like, where's your favorite place to play? Would you rather play back here, like at home, or you like going out and going, say, out west, or like, do you like going far away, doing the traveling?
That's a tough
Well, I mean, awesome people are awesome people, and we love to just play where everybody's awesome, and the band got their start here, so everybody here is obviously the most awesome, for the support that they gave to the band to even get out into the rest of the world. But I don't want to, it wouldn't be cool to alienate anybody and say one place is better than the other, but as long as people are into the music and they love rock, and because we're losing rock people here, and pop's starting to take over, and it's kind of sad. So wherever we go and people still embrace rock and like to rock out, Wilkes-Barre, NEPA included, is our favorite places to be.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, what is your favorite song to play?
Me or everybody? Just go around.
That's his favorite song.
Yeah, they got a little smaller though.
I think
And
Simple
they don't
Design.
taste the beer, they taste the food, actual food.
Food. Fish and chips. I like Simple Design. That's a fun one live.
All right, what do you
Until
like?
the End is probably mine.
I think Phase is probably my favorite song to play live, because there's just, with the djembe and everything, all the cool stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
I'm digging Blow Me Away right now.
It's really hard to pin down one, because Phase is fun because I'm the one that plays the djembe.
Yeah, all these are fun. You guys are
every
Yeah,
single
like,
one
wait,
of
can
them
I
is
go
like,
with what
yep.
they say? Can I go with what all they say? And Failure too, because it's before we would we play everything live now. We don't play to a track, and we don't We don't play to any tracks, and we actually don't play to any click either for any musicians out there.
What's
a lot of people will play. Yeah, a lot of people will have the in-ear system and they'll have like a metronome going in it of the tempo of the song, and it's like tick click click, and so that's really what they play to. We just play the song. We play to each other, and we don't have any tracks going on. So to do a song like Failure and a song like Blow Me Away, it's really fun because there's a lot of things going on in it that aren't, there's like a drum loop. A lot of bands, if there was a drum loop in their song, which is like a computer drum loop, a lot of other bands would put that on a track. So when that part comes up, they're not doing anything, and then they whatever. He actually plays the drum loop. He has an entire V kit, like an electronic drum kit, integrated into his drum kit. So he plays all the loops. So it makes songs like Failure really fun to play, and everything that has those elements.
In a breakdown, he plays the piano
Yeah, he
while
plays
playing
the piano
drum
while
part.
he has each piano key on a pad, and he goes dee-doo-dee-doo-doo.
While playing the drums.
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's really awesome. I mean, everybody's 2.0
Who's
heightened.
doing that part everyone is
No pressure, no pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to ask a really stupid question. I'm very old school. I like to hold CDs and look at them and who the band thanked and everything. On the cover of your most recent album, in the sun, it almost looks. Is that a baby?
Yeah, that's my son's sonogram. We made it into like clouds that look like they're passing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's here too. He's in another room. Take him
Hopefully he's
everywhere we
sleeping.
go. Yeah, if
All
he
right.
wasn't, you'd hear him. No, he's been great. We take him on tour with us and everything. We take him everywhere we go. We don't like to be apart as a family. Me and my wife. My wife has an identical twin as well. So me and my wife, her twin, and my son are like totally inseparable.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so these
That's the
guys
way to
have to
be.
deal with that.
Dude, he's great. He's just chill, man. He's
Yeah.
always smiling and
Yeah.
I can't wait till he starts running around and just driving you crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna. I can't wait either. Me too. I'm actually looking forward to that.
How did you sleep?
I'll keep him.
Shut up.
Keep him on a leash.
So if you were to play like a live album or an album live, front to back, do you have a favorite you would pick?
Does it have to be our album?
Yeah, you mean our album or any album?
Mainly your catalog.
Our album. Well, let me I could throw it out there fast. Any album would be Nevermind. Our album would be, I'd say Dark Before Dawn.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, it'd be really, really fun. Maybe because they're all new to us. We haven't played them 1,000 times yet. But also just because it's just coming from a better place. It's right now my favorite album of ours, musically. And the songs, the riffs are so fun, and some of
It's fun to play.
like breaking the silence, like it's just a lot of fun things on there. So I'd say Dark Before Dawn.
Yeah.
It's no secret that Nirvana is one of your influences.
Yeah.
Have you seen Montage of Heck yet?
Well, I think I've seen it probably 50 times.
What about Soaked in Bleach, the conspiracy theory
Well,
one?
it's not
That's
out yet, and there's a cease and desist on it. There is.
Not that he's paying attention.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I did see a trailer of it. That's
saw
why.
the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer probably like 15, 20 times, something like that. Don't even ask me how many times I've seen the Star Wars trailers. I'm representing today with my Vader shoes on.
So, gonna make sure there's not a tour date booked when the new Star Wars movie comes out. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, show's canceled that day. No.
We might be able to get you front of line passes for the movie theater.
No, I'll see a matinee and still do the show. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good look into his life, and it was really sad. And I think that if anything, people can learn from it. That's hopefully the point of it. And with anybody's death, hopefully it's like a learning thing. Something good can come of it.
Around the room, influences of everyone else.
I
say it,
started.
man.
I started
Skid Row.
playing.
Just say it.
Metallica is probably the band that really was just like, man, I want to play guitar, and And I've always liked, you know, the 80s stuff. I'm a child of the 80s, so I always love like Genesis and that kind of stuff too. So
You do listen to a lot of Genesis.
I like 80s stuff.
Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins?
I like them both. Yeah.
80s stuff for sure. Deftones, a lot of Deftones.
I say Smashing Pumpkins.
Original drummer's back.
I just heard. He informed me last night.
Yes.
Jimmy.
He's back?
That's awesome.
That's great.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, very excited.
Definitely Tool's an influence of mine.
Yeah, they got a new album coming out. I guess you can't pin them down on it.
2050.
Exactly.
I'm a huge Engelbert Humperdinck fan.
Big Head Todd the Monsters.
Bobby Vinton was definitely ahead of him. So
I think it's towards Ben. With the new band members, does any one quality shine above like the old band members or their talents? And
Well, there's definitely some technical differences from this lineup to the last. I already mentioned the integrated V kit into the drum kit. That's something that we've never done. We've had a couple of pads here and there, but he has. I mean, it's an entire V kit is in that drum kit. It's a beast because he has a huge drum kit as well. So it's both. One digital drum kick pedal, one regular kick pedal. A line of pads here. You'd probably be able to describe it better, but
Basically, it's just a lot of pads and a lot of foot triggers.
Yeah. So
I'm playing everything that you're hearing.
8 snare drums.
yeah. So what that does is it allows us to not only to not have to play any tracks because he can play piano parts. He can play, and So Cold has a like he actually plays that, and it's not just something that's running on a tape. Whereas before we would hear the click come in and you have to start at a certain point. The sound is like here and you have to make sure you line up for when the sound comes. Now we could play it as long as we want and just give him a nod and that's when he'll hit it. So you can really play stuff on the fly. You don't have to stick to a grid.
We do that a lot.
And
so much more fun that way.
Yeah. It's just real. Like
Look at
we're
us,
really
just go.
playing.
Keep going.
And it makes you have to like be a part of the band. Like one time, perfect example, we were playing, it was that Hot as Hell show that was hot.
Oh,
San Antonio.
100 degrees, yeah. That show, there wasn't a full line of communication as far as who was to start, like when we were supposed to start. So I think we started and you didn't even have your guitar on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even have it.
He started, we started the
Sorry
show
about
with
that,
So
man.
Cold. No, it's all good. But
We haven't even talked
here's,
about that
here,
until
we did
now.
Yeah. And it was like a month ago.
I meant to talk
But
after the show.
here's the perfect example of why we're doing it the way that we're doing it, because he couldn't see him from just how the stage was designed. Because they come out on one side, we come out on the other side. He couldn't see, so he started So Cold.
The lights went off.
The lights went off, and that's like that's his cue to go. So whatever happened, somebody. Can you swear? No.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Somebody fucked up.
I didn't hear him come in, and I'm just going.
So he starts the song, and he doesn't even have his guitar on yet because somebody prematurely turned the house lights down. That's what it was. And so because we don't play any tracks and we can play stuff in real... Yeah, that's all you. Yeah, that's all you.
He fucked up.
But anyway, we were able to extend the beginning. Nobody ever knew the difference, and the song went off without a hitch, and it was like we planned it, because there really was no mistakes. We just were able to extend the part. So sometimes, like, if a fight's going down or whatever, and there's, all kinds of crazy stuff going on, that when you play the tracks, you have to stick to it, or else you won't line up with it. And with us, we can extend stuff. We can, whatever. We could stop the song and then just start up again. So if there's like a fight and I don't think that it should be happening, I'll like call them out and make them stop the fight, and we'll continue on from where we left. And the music won't ever stop. They'll just keep looping the same part over and over.
It's always during phase.
Yeah.
Phase.
Every
Why is that?
It's aggressive.
There was one on So Cold, I think.
So that's one
one
aspect
time.
to the difference of the band now to what it was before. Another major important change is that going into this, I made sure that there was other people in the band that were full-fledged 100% singers, not guys that could do it good enough, not guys that were guitar players but can, you know, do certain things. Like, these guys are absolute singers in their own right. Keith used to be the singer and frontman of a band called Copper.
Awesome.
And then he, great band. Check him out online. Seriously, they have a lot of great shit. No, I'm serious.
It's true.
No, it's
And,
good, yeah.
and he has his own CD out called Allies that he did himself. It's a little softer, but you can hear the vocal talent in it. And he was also in a band called Adelita's Way, which he did a lot of the background vocals for. He had Genesis. And
like
you know,
Phil Collins.
I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with Aaron's work because he's a local guy, and he was in Hour After, and he plays a lot of open mic nights and stuff like that. So these two guys are excellent singers, and that's something the band has never had before, was actual proper background vocals. You know, you guys are familiar with Breaking Benjamin's albums. The background vocals on there are not buried. They're super loud on there, so they have to be represented live, and they have to be represented by actual singers, because just because they're background vocals doesn't mean that they should lack in any way, shape, or form. And in a lot of cases, the background vocals are harder than the main vocals because they're higher. And I should know because in the past I had to record them all myself. So that's another huge difference too, is that when you're in the studio, you can layer your vocals. You sing, and then you can sing along to yourself and harmonize to yourself. And that's how it was done in the past with Breaking Benjamin, because I'm the only one that could sing. This album, Dark Before Dawn, Keith and Aaron are doing all of the background vocals. I'm not doing a single one. So all of the background vocals that you hear in Failure, Angels Fall, Things Moving Forward, the whole album, it's all those guys. So it was really cool to be able to step away from that, but yet have nobody, including myself, be able to tell the difference that I'm not singing the background vocals. So there's those two elements really heighten the band from what it used to be. And then yet another one is that he uses an actual guitar synthesizer. Roland makes it. It's called a GR55.
I can play flute on the guitar.
Yeah, he could if he wanted to. And so that's what it does. It turns the guitar signal into a computer language called MIDI. That's a digital language. And once the guitar string and the tone is turned into MIDI, you can make it a drum if you want. You don't want to,
No.
but you could.
You could.
You could make it a flute. You could make it a saxophone, whatever. So we use it because, you know, we have choir. In Blow Me Away, there's a lot of choir. And we have orchestrated strings in some songs. And so he's able to play those things live. So everything that you're hearing is performed. So those are the three top things that make the band, you know, way heightened than it ever was, because we're still playing all the parts we used to with this literally an entire other layer of stuff on it that we did on our albums that we were never able to do live.
Where did you record the album?
I recorded the bulk of it in my studio in Ocean City, New Jersey. And then we did some of it in the same studio that we did Phobia in Lake Hopatcong, called The Barbershop. It's a really good small little studio there.
You recently announced an acoustic tour. I saw
Yeah.
from your social media posts that tickets are going on sale for some of those.
Mhm.
What are the chances of maybe an acoustic album?
That's something I definitely think we'll be doing in the future. It's just a matter of when we're going to have a space in the whole, plan of the, these guys. Guys at the label, they try to plan every step of the way when you release an album. So whenever there's a spot in there to do it and a break from the road for us to all get together and do it, it's definitely something that we're super interested in doing.
Well, I can't wait till, I guess it's Wednesday is when it'll be officially announced where your album comes in. And I have no doubt, just based on what I'm saying, that it's going to come in at number one.
Yeah, we hope so. And thank you guys, and thank all you guys for all your support, man. We wouldn't be here if not for you guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and thank you so much for sticking with us through all this time and through all the turmoil and all the BS. And we can't wait to come and play for you guys for real. It'll happen. We want it to be special. We don't want to just lump it in with the rest of touring.